The little girl is very greedy. She took candies from a stranger. The next day, she slowly turned into a chicken. She made pecking movements, and her feet turned into chicken claws. She came out of the house, and she completely turned into a chicken. Under the woman's command, everyone in the audience took off their gloves. The hands revealed only 3 fingers. Then they took off their shoes. The Grand High Witch had only 1 toe, while others had no toes. Then they took off their wigs, and their hair was very sparse. The Grand High Witch summoned all the witches. They hated children very much and wanted to turn all the children into animals. She brought out the latest developed potion that could turn children into mice. Just drip the potion on candies and sell them to children to achieve her plan. At this moment, one witch raised a question. Why not develop a hair growth potion to solve the problem of sparse hair? The Grand High Witch was very angry and shot a death ray at her, turning her instantly into ashes. She ordered the witches to open candy shops worldwide. The witches were very excited and applauded enthusiastically. The child hid under the stage. The Grand High Witch floated in the air, very excitedly giving a speech. Suddenly, she smelled the scent of a child, sniffing at the edge of the stage. Then she lifted the entire stage. The child had already hidden in the ventilation duct. She followed the smell towards the vent, but the knocking sound interrupted her. The chubby boy ate the chocolate she gave him. He came here as agreed to get more chocolate. The queen offered him chocolate to lure him, and he walked towards the Grand High Witch. At this moment, the potion took effect, and he flew into the air like a deflated balloon. Only his clothes fell to the ground, and he turned into a chubby mouse. A big foot approached him, and he frantically ran through the crowd. A white mouse emerged, grabbing the tail of the chubby mouse and dragging it into the ventilation duct. The Grand High Witch opened the vent, dragging the boy out. The witch pressed him to the floor, and the Grand High Witch brought out the potion, dripping 3 drops into the boy's ear. The boy instantly turned into a mouse, trying to run into the vent, but the Grand High Witch held his tail. The white mouse rushed out again, biting the witch's finger. Taking advantage of the witch loosening her grip, they escaped into the ventilation duct. The witch reached out to catch them, her hand extending towards the mice. A rotating fan blocked the mice's path. At this moment, the chubby mouse jumped over, smashing a hole in the ventilation duct. They all fell down. The witch's hand reached towards the fan, getting cut by the rotating blades, and she screamed in pain. The mice escaped from the vent, being discovered by a hotel staff in the hallway. The staff picked up a broom and chased them. They fled through the hallway. At this moment, the door of a guest room opened, and they hid inside. Coincidentally, the occupant of this room was the boy's grandmother. He told his grandmother about their experiences, and based on the book's records, she attempted to concoct an antidote for them. The attempt failed, so they decided to thwart the Grand High Witch's plan. The mice sneaked into the witch's room and stole the potion. They poured the potion into a pot of soup that the Grand High Witch had ordered. They all drank the soup, and one by one, they turned into mice.